Because of the ego, let me tell you this, man. Mankind, human being, are one of the most delusional creature on the planet.
Is that so?
Oh, you mean? They know the hungry creature we say, them want long life and prosperity and no want get old. They hate old age. And if somebody no kill you or something no kill you, half it all, you know. Me I tell you that. And watch I know me I tell you, so the ego make them the most miserable and confused creature on the planet. And as your queen hear them now, hey, this up there, me not like them people, you know, because them a live like dog. The reality of this whole situation is, if a dog fi say to a next dog, say I live like people, that would have be the real insult. But with delusional here, you know, as a queen, yes, the human being is the most intelligent of all the animals, the lower animals. We have dominion over them. But look where that so-called intellect do to we. You ever see a dog a worry about what everybody have and what everybody think of them? The human intellect compromised and tainted by this illusion named the ego. And a normal sickness human being have, man. Corona a joke. I hear some people while ago we are listening to this now. You know, say true. So now what?
Amazing. I myself just said in my mind that what you just said is true. I too now have to ask, what are we? We seem confused as to who we are. Why are people like that though?
Because them think them unique. Everyone think them unique and for them situation. Different from the next person who own them. Unaware. So every human being on this planet connect to the same grid of consciousness.
Could you simplify? I'm kind of confused.
All right, look on the grid of consciousness like a puppet master.
Mhm.
I mean, could say God then, yeah.
Mhm.
And look on the string like the spirit, the human spirit. And look on the flesh like a suit where the spirit are wear so you can get to see the puppet. Now just imagine the puppet now a rebel against the string, or I should have said the spirit which is made from this grid of consciousness and connected to that grid. Now the ego make the puppet or the lower self or lower form rebel against the spirit.
I never thought of it that way, my brother.
Yeah, man. 95% of humanity is in all-out war with that grid of consciousness, which is them higher self or objective nature. Hey, you see the grid of consciousness? It is why you or I can there so right now and just think of something and somebody say the same exact thing where you just think.
Exactly, because earlier, when you mentioned that humans were sick and you predicted that people listening would actually say it's true.
Yeah, man.
And I myself said it was true.
Yeah, man. Me I tell you how me know. Because the grid of consciousness is the nature of existence. It is our objective nature itself. It is the common sense where the whole are we connect to. It is the objective truth of all things. It is the elephant in the room. But unfortunately, as I say, most people see themselves as separate, unique. For them reality is only for them reality. And it never crossed them minds so right now, tomorrow, if them dead, life no stop. If I feed them reality, them no should have gone with it. When a man dead, him is just an ex-puppet we drop off of the string.
But why are people so terrible, knowing that we all have something in common like this, my brother? I'm bewildered but I'm astonished by this reality. Could you explain, my brother?
No, man. Me don't believe say people terrible. No, man. It's just unconscious people doing terrible things unconsciously.
What is the meaning of such a statement at this time, my brother? What you mean?
All right, I'm going to answer that, but me get into something to make you have a broader understanding of what me try to say, you know. All right. I believe every human being is made from a duality of conflicting energies within themselves. One is the socially manipulated, conscious, perfect self that we believe we are. Yes, this conscious self is known otherwise as the ego or the person. It is the thing that make we feel like we're the most important, unique, or significant out of billions of people.
Unbelievably true, my brother.
Yeah, man, it is this conscious self or the person. Yes, the one where we consider as the mind or our true self, our only self. Yes. This are the one now where make you stuck in a defensive mode. Yeah, where make you defend self-image or how you appear to others. Now, the second one now is your objective nature or the God essence. The observer of the mind, which is the ego. The one that make your ego know whether it want to know it or not. Say, a fuckery you tell yourself and others. And I tell you when a fuckery you do, whenever you do fuckery. The one when know that and don't make you forget it is your objective nature. Now the vice of your objective nature is called your conscience. This is why most people don't like to be alone with themselves and have to be entertained away from that objective nature.
You think so?
Of course, that's what I say, watch a man. And that's why in a corona time, I say most people turn idiot. Them can't stay with themselves.
Why is that?
Because when things quiet are in a solace, your objective nature, which is God, come to you. And again, when we say God, is not this long white beard brother you're sitting on a cloud in a long gown, with a big book I write down how much sweet your teeth when you lick, how much lie you tell, and how much man the woman take, and how much woman the man use.
Do you really think so?
Oh, you mean if me think so? God is the nature of existence itself, it manifests itself through the grid of consciousness where all we connect to. Now the conscious mind or the ego now, that make you live in fear, constant fear of social judgment. So you're afraid to try because you're afraid to fail and get judged for it. So the ego now make you feel like you can abdicate. Yes, the word of the day is abdicate. Abdicate. It means when you fail to fulfill or undertake a responsibility or a duty. Yeah. So me I say the ego make you feel like you can run from your moral obligation where you have to the nature of your own existence. It tell you say nothing none of your fault. When any situation in life require you to take responsibility for your action, you make be excuse. You talk about, I told me never have no father, make me turn out that way, I'm there, so I do this and nothing, go on, and I choose my type of brown, I'm more like Dennis Brown, I'm a Shaggy Brown, that's why I have to turn Jim Brown, because I can't get a job. Because nobody no like me, everybody a fight me. Now your objective nature now just make you know right away, say I lie that. And you can't don't know, say I no lie. Yeah, nah, make you forget. And that's why most people so miserable.
If it is that you see that
you
have a particular problem and you cannot not know it, hold on.
Yeah.
According to you, you cannot not know the problem, and it is indeed that obvious that you have these problems. Then, my brother, why is it that people don't acknowledge what they know beyond the shadow of a doubt? I can't get it.
Because most problems subconscious, and people will not admit to any kind of problem where them not conscious of.
But my brother, just to play devil's advocate, you just expressed prior that we all know. So how come at this juncture you're saying that
what me I say?
We're not conscious? I'm confused.
Because, watch I know. Because the ego is a thing where make human beings don't take responsibility for them action and don't own up to nothing at all. The ego tell us so we're right and everybody else wrong. So we do know when it realize that we are all the same and possess the same good and evil within with nature. We do know when we know how to use the same evil where we quick for seeing as somebody else, it make we have a different label now where we attach to the actions, these evil actions, and we have to use it. So guess what now? We are freedom fighter. The next Monday is a terrorist. The next group there is a cult, but we know he's a religion. Me know a self-preserve, but that person they're selfish. We hungry, but them greedy. These lies what we use for justify personal actions when we want to do the same thing where we consider other people evil for. Repeat so long that we believe it.
How so?
All right. Watch the example here of human beings being convinced. Say the same thing, Rasta, are two different things. All right, watch out. Why you think it is? If a man walk in a one room and see a woman in a brassiere and panty, them scream out and I go on the most weird, them traumatized, need all therapy. But Sunday I come, them they are hell in a two-piece bikini. Not only that, them put it on Instagram and I beg you if you like it. Them actually believe, say the two-piece bikini different from the brassiere and panty when are the same fucking thing.